Hello, everyone. My name is Clint, or Daccat, or Daccat TV, depending on where you find me on the web. Really excited to be here today with my best friend Zach. We're going to be entering a sweepstakes together, and so for introductions, I'm going to hand it over to him to get us started.
Hey everyone, my name is Zach, also known as Thunderhorse on the interwebs. I've actually had a few gamer tags in the past, some memorable, some funny. Clint, you have any you'd want to talk about?
The one I'd like to bring up today is actually our first clan tag. You may find it as memorable as well.
Oh yeah.
I used to go by Air Captain pretty much everywhere. From our COD 4 days. We created a clan tag AIR and slapped that in front of my name, The Captain. So I just adapted to Air Captain. And dude, I remember you were Air Icy back in those days. So yeah, do you have any funny or memorable names you'd like to share?
I guess I'd probably have to go with Silly Quokka. I still remember a few years back, me and some army friends were talking and discussing how we could make good gamer tags, and I told them it was really simple. You just take the first adjective that you can think of, and then you add the first noun. So my friend said silly, and I said quokka, and the rest was kind of history.
Awesome, dude. I remember the Silly Quack on League. Very fun to play games with you. So yeah, today we're making this video, and as I mentioned earlier, we're doing it for a sweepstakes. And right now, Frontier Online, they're an internet service provider. They are essentially choosing a gaming duo, hopefully me and Thunderhorse here, to take part in a experiment job. It's essentially an epic 21-hour co-op video gaming challenge, and the reward for doing or completing this challenge is $2,000. So we're really excited to get an application in for that. And so to explain why they should choose us to be their gaming duo for this experiment challenge, whatever, we're gonna essentially tell you guys how we met over 20 years ago now, and a little bit about our gaming history together. Zach, you want to get started?
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure it was 2001 where our history started. I think I just moved to northeastern Ohio. I was five,
the
6 years old.
beginning,
Didn't really
the beginning of history, everyone.
of an era,
2001
you know.
of all known
And
recorded history.
I didn't really know anyone. And I know that my mom and your aunt went to college together, and I think we just randomly happened to be on the same baseball team.
Yep,
Um,
I think it was T-ball.
and that's when we started playing together. We got to know each other, and I think your older sister then started, babysitting, and you started coming over whenever she would babysit, and that was really the beginning of our gaming
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah. For context, I'm about a year older than Zach, and my older sister's quite a bit older than me. So yeah, I would come over. I would go over to his place with my sister while she was babysitting. Essentially, me, Zach, and Zach's older sister as well, who's a little bit closer in age to Zach. But yeah, essentially our video game friendship started there, and we've played a lot of games over the last 20 years. Really starting from the N64 and GameCube era. I'm going to focus a little bit more starting right around the GameCube era because that is a console that's very near and dear to both of our hearts. And so to start that off, I gotta start with Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah,
Melee.
classic.
Melee was the game that we spent so many hours in, dude. Uh, I can't remember. Could we co-op this campaign in that? I don't think we could. I don't think it was until Brawl that we could do Subspace Emissary together.
Yep, that's right. It was
Yeah.
just that classic stage by stage
Yeah, man. And the event matches,
concept.
dude. The event matches with
Oh yeah.
the Final Destination where you had to fight like Master Hand and like two other people, something like that. It was the
Oh yeah.
50th one. Yeah, we would just. I mean, we would play single player. We'd try to beat those challenges one at a time sometimes, but most of the time, we were just competing 1v1. Zach was one of my greatest rivals back then. Back then, I think I had him beat. But nowadays, I don't have a Switch, and he has Switch. He has the Switch and Smash Bros. Ultimate. So now I think he's a little bit better than me. He's finally finally taken the
I've
throne.
found some success.
He's taken the throne after all this time. But yeah, hopefully, if I get a Switch, I can start catching up to him. I can start catching up to him sometime soon. Besides Super Smash Bros., I think that is one of our favorite games that we played. I mean, just I did hundreds upon thousands of hours. We've also played RPGs, shooters, all kinds of stuff. Tales of Symphonia is the RPG I'm leading into next.
Oh man.
That was all co-op all the time. I was in charge of running around the town, getting us to the next objective, and Zach would be drinking Dr. Pepper
How many a
in
night?
between
26,
battles.
27? Running to the
He
bathroom and
was
falling asleep.
whenever we weren't fighting in Tales of Symphonia, this guy was either in the bathroom or getting us more Dr. Pepper to sustain the drive throughout our middle school and early high school years. I mentioned shooters. We played a ton of Nightfire, James Bond games, Nightfire and Agent Under Fire. I thought overall Nightfire was a better multiplayer game, but Under Fire had better features.
Oh yeah, we had some classic matches in the custom top agent game mode.
Yeah.
Zero
See,
gravity rocket launchers.
Nightfire, in my opinion, was more fun because you could turn on like 16 bots to run
Oh
around
yeah.
with you. So I thought that was a lot of fun, just having Jaws and Odd Job run around with his hat all the
Hmm.
time in that game mode. And Under Fire was great because you could turn on low grav and you had grappling hooks, RPGs, all that stuff to essentially propel you around the map while nobody could hit anything because we were just floating. We were floating, trying to
Oh,
target each other with GameCube controllers, and there'd be a few brats running around as well, but they didn't take advantage of the low grav, so we kind of beat up on
not at
them.
all.
We kind of beat up on them a little bit. Also, quick shout out to Mario Kart Double Dash from this generation. We played a ton of that.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Co-op again, sometimes competitive, I think, but mostly we were doing
Maybe
100.
go up.
We were doing 150cc and whatever the unlock after you beat 150cc, whatever the unlock was after that
Oh,
200cc.
that mirror mode.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it was mirror mode. We spent a lot of our time. I drove. You
I
might
was
be
the
noticing a
designated
theme.
item thrower.
I drove. I drove us from spot to spot. Zach threw the punches. And then also just a special shout out to all the Mario games of that generation, Super Mario Sunshine. We couldn't play those games together, but we helped each other out. You know,
Oh yeah.
we played both those
Favorites.
games so much on our own that we ended up just talking about those games for hours, helping each other out, all that good stuff.
The
Great
remaster
Mario
on the
games.
Switch is fantastic. By the way.
If I get a Switch, that's my first game. I'm getting the 3D All Stars
I mean, that is
pack.
one great side of this the sweepstakes. You know, the
Yeah, that's
Switch
true.
Lite
There
is
is
included.
a lot of gaming swag included. If we are fortunate enough to win.
And then I
Um,
can just whip you, days,
Dude, they
weekdays,
had
holidays,
exactly. So
Smash
we're
Bros. Any day you need.
what's been really one of the coolest things about gaming is that we actually so again we grew up in the same community, but we actually never went to the same school or I mean we weren't too far apart, 10 to 15 minute drive at any given time. So it was easy to hang out. Go up to go up to whatever there is to do in Northeast Ohio.
Watch a movie, I guess. Eat at the Mexican restaurant.
Play video games.
Yeah.
Um, Catch an Indians game, that's for sure. Uh, but yeah, the thing that's really cool about video games is that they have helped us transcend a lot of time and a lot of space. Zach's been in the military for a long time. He was part of the reserves. Got called back in. It's a long story, but anyways, essentially you were in the military for 5-ish years, give or take.
Yeah, 4 years active. Now a year and a half reserves, so
Yeah.
I'm 6.5 years in.
So I've been mostly in the Midwest. Zach's been all over the country, and being able to play video games has really been, even since we were little, what helped us transcend space, and was kept us together. Kept us really
Oh
great
yeah.
friends all this time. Um, Quick shout out to a couple of games while we're still talking about the gaming pedigree. I gotta give a quick shout out to a couple of PS2 games. Dynasty Warriors 4, and Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked. I think those were. There might be a game I'm forgetting on the PS2, but I think those were the two co-op games that we played the most of back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah, that transitions us into our high school years, I think. So we were playing those GameCube games, uh, PS2 games, well, through middle school into high school. But when the Wii came out in high school, that's when we started to really get into multiplayer gaming with COD 4.
Oh yeah,
We got the
a
Reflex
little too
Edition,
much.
dude. Dude, tell everyone about how much we played that game. It was
I
an
don't even really
unhealthy.
know how to.
It was unhealthy.
I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I mean, they kept a day counter, but I don't even remember mine. How many days? It was like over 30 days
Yeah, I
at
was gonna say
least.
it. We definitely had. I remember when we were. It was getting tall. Some of that time was AFK. We did
Oh, absolutely.
some of that time
But
was AFK, but I think the majority of it was in game.
oh, much more.
Easily 1,000 hours. Would you say? I think
Hmm.
I would say, but I definitely with solo play included from the time we both played on our own. There's 1,000 hours
Mm.
for each of us respectively, but I think honestly, even in the game matches we played together, I think we had 1,000 hours in COD Modern Warfare Reflex on the Wii, which is really cool because
Oh, easily.
you could point the Wiimote at the sensor bar, and it's kind of like you're doing the real thing. The Wii
Yeah, yeah.
Zapper was terrible. Don't. It seemed like it was gonna be cool.
Don't do that. Yeah.
You couldn't play though.
Yeah.
It gimped you. Um,
The only downside, though, no voice communications. So Clint and
that's
I
right.
would
That's
literally
right.
just hog the house phone for
We
hours,
used
and I would call him, or he
landlines
would call
back then,
me.
people.
Yeah.
That's what we used our landlines for. People are like, what did people do with landlines before cell phones were a thing?
Oh yeah, competitive gaming on the Nintendo Wii.
We weren't Halo players. We didn't have fancy headsets on the Xbox. We had Wii's. And we used home phones. We
After
used
9
home
p.m.
phones. Yeah. We
You
used home
know, can't
phones
use
to
up
make
all the
sure that we
minutes.
could we could talk while we were playing. Thank God time was unlimited.
Oh man.
So that's what we were doing. That was our main game in high school. We still peppered in other stuff. There was a second Tales of Symphonia we tried to play through. It was awful.
Mm. Yeah,
we had
that's
other
sad.
we had other great games, like such as Brawl. We again you would have to be the online was terrible for Brawl, so you had to hang out to play that together.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of good memories playing COD 4 throughout high school. And yeah, we both played soccer as well in high school, so that was another thing that
Hmm.
we bonded over. Anyways, to wrap it up and kind of get us more to modern era, I suppose, of our gaming relationship. Like I said, COD 4 really kind of gave us that itch for multiplayer competitive games. And so in college, we both started playing League of Legends, which was um, the end all be all. You just once you get into League, you don't stop playing. And so
Unfortunately.
throughout college, I was going to school in Columbus. Zach was still in Northeast Ohio, so again, one of the ways we bridged that gap was video games online, multiplayer, trying to dominate the Rift together. And so yeah, that. Do you want to tell any stories about League of Legends before I? I mean, we
Gosh.
got a lot.
I
There's a
mean,
lot.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, where would we start?
a lot of highs, a lot of lows.
Tons of lows. Tons of lows.
It gets intense out there. I like to think we're better for it on the other side of it
Oh,
now.
absolutely. Closer.
We're closer. We are. When you play ranked together, your relationship. Sometimes that relationship gets a little stressed, but yeah. In the end, it's all good and it's a lot of fun. And again, we still play a bunch of other games. More recently, it's been the BRs that we've tried. We've tried a few here and there. We played a lot of PUBG when it came out. Played some Apex Legends when that came out, and then we actually found the Hunt Showdown, which is kind of our most recent favorite multiplayer game. Although we probably only have like 50 to 100 hours in it yet, so it's kind of on the weak side
Mm.
of our ridiculous gaming allowance, time allowance. So yeah, Hunt Showdown probably one of our favorite multiplayer games to play right now. We still play a ton of League, but yeah, uh, other games like Left 4 Dead. I'm trying to get him into Deep Rock Galactic now. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at today. We're a country apart. Zach's out west.
Living in
Um,
Las
yeah,
Vegas.
living and loving in Las Vegas right now. And I'm still here in the Midwest holding it down. Yeah, and so again, the way we hang out is through video games, playing with our other friends, and just having a blast. More often than not. And yeah, I think that sums up kind of everything we've been through together so far in the virtual realm. Um, I don't know exactly how long this video is supposed to be based on the application. It said you could submit a video. It said you could submit the video, but it didn't really recommend how long it should be. So, Mr. Reviewer, if your time is tight, you can call it here. We're gonna continue on. We're gonna share a few of our favorite gaming memories next. But yeah, we did want to give a stoppage point. It looks like we've been going for 16 minutes.
Wow.
That's I'm
A lot more than expected.
I'm stunned. We might have to edit that down. But um, yeah, the next things we're gonna talk about are our favorite gaming memories. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you decide to stay a little bit longer in here, what else we have to talk about, that's great too. Um, so yeah, moving into our next little section here, our Q&A, dude. What is your favorite memory of playing video games with me?
Oh, I mean, this is by far the easiest question I think I've ever been asked. I still remember us playing Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and he's starting to chuckle right now because randomly once a month I'll ask him if he remembers this, and of course he does. There's no
Yeah.
way he could forget it. But we're on
The
this map
Reckoning.
called Hyrule Temple, and somebody threw a Pokeball, it went down, and out comes this Electrode. And I think I was just, messing around, standing next to it, mashing the A button for no reason. And I found out that right when the Electrode turns red, you can pick it up. And I didn't know you could do this, so I picked it up and just continued to smash A, and I just chucked this Electrode right at Clint. Explosion goes off, his body goes flying, and next thing you know, I just couldn't play. I almost peed myself laughing so hard.
This guy is jamming A for no reason. And I'll be honest, so he was dying. He was laughing so hard. I was confused. I didn't know what happened. I just went flying. I was like, "Bro, what did you just do to me?" And he was like, "Bro, I think I just threw an electrode at you and murdered your expletive." And from that point on, we had to find out if it was true, if he actually did like it was kind of a cluster at the time, so I didn't know if he picked up a bomb or what. And so we had to experiment, and that's I think probably right after that we did one of our traditional 99 stock only Pokeball battles to just get electrodes out of the Pokeballs. You couldn't customize in Smash Ultimate. You can customize what comes out of them now, right? Is there? Oh no, you still can't.
Nope. Yeah.
I thought there was some more custom. I thought there was some more custom controls now, but yeah, we were just hatching Pokemon to just try and smash A next to the electrodes and see what would happen. That's when we confirmed it. I was killed by an electrode.
That was wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite memory. But what's one of yours?
Let me see here. I would
I know there's
say.
so many, but
I would say. Oh, I remember now. One time Zach was so this is gonna be a legal this is a League of Legends story. One time Zach was asked to house sit slash dog sit. I think this is when we were
Oh
both in
yeah,
college. He was asked to house sit slash dog sit for another family, and so
for a
we
summer basically.
yeah, so we had the place to ourselves, which as college kids, that's not freshman, sophomore college kids living in dorms and stuff. You don't really have any space to yourself. So we were like, dude, let's kick it at what we called the Doge House because they had a really cute. He was an old dog. He was really cute. I think it was like a Windhound. I don't know exactly. I forget what
Yeah,
they're called, but
something
um,
around that.
yeah. And so yeah, we essentially just had a house that we could set up, play League of Legends on 100 ping back then because the servers were still out in LA. Uh, and so yeah, again, it was just another gaming marathon. The two of us just queuing up nonstop. I think we were like silver or gold at that time. And the one game that both of us still remember from the Doge House is the game where Zach locked in Diana top. And Diana top has never been good for anyone who's uninitiated. Um, but he assured our teammates as everybody was questioning the pick. He said, "Don't worry, everyone."
Oh, they're getting so mad.
Said, "Don't worry, everyone. It's just a normal." And we're 20-year-olds, we're tryhards, and I'm looking at it. I'm playing Master Yi at the time because, of course, you gotta play the tryhard snowball champion in low elo. Hilariously enough, we ended up winning. The normal
Yeah,
game, the normal ranked game was a success. And just that
I think the best part
it was
about that
we spent like
was,
close to a weekend there. I think that's one of my favorite
yeah,
gaming
I think
sessions.
I was dog sitting for about two weeks there actually, because I would just come home from work and you would meet me over at the Doge house.
That was
But
so much fun.
yeah, it was just
That's so
nice. It was
nice.
super nice.
So
Kind
nice.
of unexpected because most freshmen, sophomores in college, they get a house, they're throwing a party. No, we
No,
just
no.
sat back with
Like
some
I
ice
said,
cold
like
Dr.
I once
Peppers and played some League of Legends.
once you get addicted to League, man, nothing else happens.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nope.
That's all it is. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Second question. This is kind of a fun one. What is like your favorite accomplishment, or like what is like the most memorable big play that you've seen me make? And then obviously, I'll tell you my most memorable play that I've seen you make after you're done.
Hmm. That's kind of a tough one, but I guess it's more of a combined effort. Well, I'll put it 70-30. There we were, back on the Wii playing Call of Duty, right? And so
Sure.
we would go over to each other's houses so often that I would bring my Wii with me to his house, and he'd have a TV set up in his basement next to his TV, and we would both play Call of Duty with each other, online. And I just remember here it is like 11:30 at night. We're playing Search and Destroy, and his girlfriend
Oh,
calls him all pissed because he's not talking to her. And so we
I'll
just
add
keep
the
playing,
detail.
and we're
I'll add the
winning
detail.
and
This is gonna
winning.
make me look good. I so it was like her birthday weekend, and I hadn't seen Zach in a really long time. So I was like
We're like
one,
16 at this time, you
yeah.
know?
I was like one night only. I got a chance to see Zach. Like, do you mind if I just take this one night to go hang out with him, and then we do whatever. Like, this is the night he's available, and that didn't go over well. I did try to do my boyfriendly duties. I had spent like the last like 2 or 3 days. I spent the last 2 or 3 days with her, but that was apparently not enough.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he's on the phone for like 2.5 hours, and
It was bad.
he's
I was on
having,
I was
he's
on
keeping this
blast.
conversation. He's just getting yelled at, and we just keep winning and winning, and eventually he hangs up, and we just keep playing. And I think we stopped, and we had won like 25, 26, somewhere around there, below
It was a
30
lot of
games in
games.
a row,
And in Search and
while
Destroy, you
keeping
had
up
to you
high.
had to 4-0. You couldn't drop a round of Search and Destroy, or it would break your win streak. So it was fast if you won all the time, but
Which we did apparently, and it was just
that
funny
was the
because
most
he
epic
kept up
streak.
high KDA while while getting just murdered by his girlfriend on the phone. So that's definitely my favorite moment of you.
That
What's
was
your favorite moment
I love
for
telling
me?
people that story. I do have one correction for you. We hung out the one night, which is why she was mad at me. But we were the night that she called me really upset was a night where we were just on our landlines together. So we
Oh,
were at
oh.
we were at our respective houses. I was talking on the home phone, and then out of nowhere, I had to put Zach
Well, she called you
on.
on the cell phone, right?
Yeah, which in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have left Zach's phone tilted up, or like
Oh yeah.
my headset was like just tilted up on the side. I was like, if I need to say something to Zach, I was like, I'll just leave it here. I'm like, because when I answered the phone, I had no idea what was about to happen. I was like, maybe it's an emergency. Like this is really late for her to be calling,
All I
and
remember is hearing,
on my
"Oh,
cell phone,
yeah, uh-huh, yep."
baby, I'm so sorry. I was like, you're right. I was just apologizing. I was just like, but my focus was on the game because priorities, of course.
Absolutely, you know.
That's an easy segue for me into my favorite game you had playing COD 4. Um, this was on Bog. For anybody that remembers, this big trash pile at the center, a couple buildings on the side. I was sniping, or like I had like an ACOG on or something, and Zach for whatever reason decided he was gonna knife. For the like he was like, bro, I'm not gonna shoot this round. I'm just going for knives. I will not fire a single bullet this round. And I'm sitting in the back corner. I'm sitting in the back corner of the map. There's like a little. It's not super campy, but like you can hold your angles really well. And I'm just watching him dip in and out of buildings, like run through like this like wrecked bus, just knife. Like it's. I'm just watching the kill feed. I had like maybe 10 or 15 kills out of like the 75 you need to win in team deathmatch. And I look at the scoreboard at the end of the game. This guy's got 50 knife kills. Did not fire a single bullet the entire round. I was floored. I was like, I don't know how you did it. I don't know if those guys were just complete potatoes and didn't know where the trigger button was. He died. He had decent kill streaks, but you didn't even call anything. You maybe called UAV in, but
No, I think I only used UAVs just to
yeah.
see how many kills I could get.
And
I think I died like 2 or 3 times.
to this day, I was just impressed by that round
Yeah,
because
that was something.
it I was like, this should never be allowed to happen.
It's
But
always my favorite
anyways,
map.
I guess yeah, we had three teammates as well, and I don't know what they were doing,
I
but
don't know if they
not
got a single kill, honestly.
not much. I think they maybe had like two or three. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have today? Let's see. Yeah, oh, okay. This is kind of a fun one. It's pretty much been fond memories until till now. I want to expose because again, gaming's a lot of fun, dude. But there are highs, there are lows. In any gaming career, I want to pick out some of the things that maybe we don't like so much about each other, or some of our more worst moments, because it's not all sunshine and rainbows all the time. So this one's a fun one. What is the one thing that disappoints you about my gaming career? Like what's like one thing that I
I
haven't
mean,
done, or
this is something that we
here's your
have.
chance for me to embarrass me. Is essentially what time to put me to
This
shame.
is something we've talked about for years. So everyone that knows me knows that my favorite gaming franchise is Legend of Zelda. I've
This
played almost
guy,
every single one
this
since
guy.
the SNES,
I think he has every.
and
You
I
did every.
100%ed like all of the modern ones.
Yeah, you have like 100%
Yeah.
of like all the seeds in Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, it took me 243 hours, but I 100%ed it. Um,
It's
so
insane.
since this Frontier sweepstakes is partially Nintendo swag, I think they'll agree with me that the most disappointing thing about your
I know what he's gonna
gaming
say now.
career is that
Don't do
you
it to
never
me.
finished the Ocarina of
Don't do
Time,
it
my
to me.
favorite game ever.
I have VODs, dude. I got I know I was at least through the Gerudo temple, the spirit temple. Was that the last medallion? I think it was.
That you had to get? Yeah.
I got all the
Yeah.
medallions while like this is while I was streaming. Got all the medallions. I was going to the Temple of Time or whatever, and it was entering the last sequence where you needed to like just get into Ganon's castle. I think that's right about where I was, and I lost momentum. And to this day, I don't know why I didn't finish it off. But it hangs heavy. The failure of not completing that game hangs heavy on my
Oh yeah.
gaming
To put it into
career.
perspective,
I did
I
get stuck in
finished
the
that
water
game
temple a
when I
lot
was
when I was
8.
younger.
So
I wasn't stuck that
yeah,
time. I
my
just
first
stuck
playthrough when I was 8, I got
the
stuck in the water temple.
my last run through. I wasn't stuck. I promise you. I was just
Hmm.
I don't know if I was bored or wanted to do something else. I probably got addicted to League again. But
Probably, honestly.
I ended up not finishing it, and it's one day I will go back and
And an
finish the
honorable
Ocarina of
mention,
Time.
never finishing Dark Souls 3. Just tossing that out there too.
I'll finish that too. Finish that as well. Lost momentum in that.
Now,
That game
what
was
about
fun. That fun. It was fun.
what
That was fun as heck playing that game though.
what about you for me? What disappoints you?
So as you know, Kingdom Hearts, one of my favorite
Oh my
games,
gosh,
favorite franchises of all time.
2.5 out of 10 stars.
This guy, when we first talked about the game, he was like, "It was so boring, dude. I didn't even get off Destiny Island." And I was like, dude, of course, it's a JRPG that is gonna be a little slow at the start. You just gotta truck through. You gotta truck through Destiny Island, man, and it's gonna pick up. He claims he's gotten to Agrabah and didn't fall in love with the game, which I find hard to believe.
Well, the game's fine, but when I spend 20 hours getting to Agrabah and fighting the boss
The
there, and
Aladdin world
Donald
for
never heals me once, and that's his entire job.
this
Donald Duck
guy.
is supposed to heal you, and he doesn't heal me once.
This
Of
guy
course I'm
just
gonna give up
doesn't
on the game.
this guy just doesn't know how OP Donald gets late game. It's my hot take. A lot of people say Goofy is the best character. I guess I haven't been too active in the Kingdom Hearts. I don't know what the current pulse is of the nation. But I swear to you, in Kingdom Hearts 1, I have beat that game 100% on normal difficulty. And Donald is the late game carry because you can put on second chance and you can put on MP Rage on Donald and he can heal himself and you frame perfectly late game because he's a bot. And he also can cast Eroga on you, which is one of the most OP spells in the game. So if any of you guys out there haven't gotten to late game with Donald or need the tips on a build for Donald and you don't want to be uncultured like this guy, trust me, put second chance on Donald, put second chance on Sora, so you always live with 1 HP. Make sure Donald has a lot of MP rage, like 3 or 4 MP rages. It's been a while, but I think he can like stack 2 or 3 MP rages at minimum on him. He takes damage. He gets like 5 bars of mana back. MP, I think is what's called in the game, and he can heal you frame perfectly, and he'll keep you from dying. Um, and if that doesn't work for you, just summon Tinkerbell. But anyways,
Or
won't get
just
started
quit
on
because Donald sucks.
that. You can't quit, dude. Kingdom Hearts is fantastic. Maybe not. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 yet. I don't have. It's on the Epic Store. I'm waiting for it to come to Steam. I'll play Kingdom Hearts 3 eventually. I'll catch up with y'all soon. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts, great franchise. At least play 1 and 2. Can highly recommend those two. Highly recommend those two, and I cannot believe this guy has not done it. Anyways, final final question. Final question of the night. Those that know me, those who see me stream, know that Daccat Rage is a thing. So, what's your favorite Dak Rage moment? What's the best moment where I've been in a rage and either thought it was funny or maybe a little scary, memorable or funny rage moment for me?
I mean, I've had in-person rage, had virtual rage, but there's just one, and I'm pretty sure we have a clip of it that still
Yes.
stands out to me. I think you're playing Tristana ADC, and I was playing Gragas support. The Ison Classic, and of course I played perfectly because when don't I?
Of
But I
course.
just remember
Sure.
saying, as
Sure.
we get the first kill, and we're about to get the second kill, but the Morgana runs under turret, and I remember saying to Clint, back off, watch the binding. So what does he do? He goes in for one more auto attack, gets the kill, and on this patch, the little minions that are in the game, they would get in your way and make your character move really strangely. So he's like trying to click around the minions, and he takes
Instead
a
of,
step back on accident, walks into this snare, and gets killed by the turret, and then
I
loses his
could
mind.
have,
Of course,
I
right
could.
after I told him exactly what not to do.
Yeah, we have the receipts, dude. We have the clip. You didn't tell me what to do. I did have rocket jump though, but I thought I could just walk backwards, dude. So I was like, well, let me just click and walk backwards. I'll just keep my rocket jump. And then
Agreed.
two minions L-shaped on the wall, made me just path all the way around it back into turret aggro, and like the Morgana I had killed had just thrown a binding right before she died. Anyways, the clip's gonna be in the description along with some other content. So yeah, check that clip out there. It's one of my favorites. It's a really good one, and you'll get a taste of the deck rage. But this, it's not a scary one. It's an all in good fun one. So um, still got the double kill.
Shut up.
And so I'm gonna go the other opposite way because obviously I gotta give an air icy rage moment. It wasn't from when we were playing COD 4 together, but this was playing COD Modern Warfare 2. I like to get platinum trophies on the PS3, and so for anybody who's played Modern Warfare 2 knows that the special ops on the highest difficulty, veteran difficulty, are a little difficult.
Pretty
Um,
tough.
I'm sure for you God gamers out there, there's no problem for you, but me and Zach had to work pretty hard at those in order to get my chivos. But Zach doesn't Zach doesn't so much rage so much as he gets fed up and
I just quit.
he's like, I've had enough. Let's do something else. Blah 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 blah. But I'm really try hard. So I'm like, once I start working on a goal, once I start working on a goal, I can't quit. So I gotta see this through. And I'm like, bro, like we gotta do this. We've tried so many times. It's I don't remember the name of the mission, but it's essentially a forest
Yeah.
lodge where enemies spawn around the lodge for the entire map, and on veteran difficulty they're very tanky. So before Zach quit on me, we devised a strategy to hold the top of the stairs in this lodge because the only way they can get up and be on eye level with you on veteran difficulty is that they have to funnel up these stairs. And so at the start of the mission, I was like, Zach will come around. If he's like, if I'm playing it, and I got his controllers locked in, I was like, I'll just leave that right there. He'll join me. I was like, he won't leave his boy hanging, will he? Turns out he was done.
Absolutely.
Turns out he was done, but I went and parked his character in the bathroom that was like on this like really enclosed area so that he couldn't get sniped. I just had him lay down in the bathroom. His character had him lay down, and that was just my last resort res chance. And so during the raid, I got downed once, maybe twice. I was doing really, really well on my own, but I did get down once or twice. I can't remember quite exactly how it all went down, but I know I at least got down once, and I was like, this is it. They're just going to bum rush the bathroom. I'm not going to be able to get to this controller in time to keep fighting this. Luckily, Zach's character lived in the bathroom. I was able to push out, get the res, finish the mission for the brag rags on my own. And I think if that wasn't the last special ops I needed, it was like one of the very last because very soon after I got the rest of the special ops, got the platinum trophy in COD Modern Warfare 2. And so yeah, just being able to accomplish that was a lot of fun, but unfortunately my duo bailed on me for that one. That's okay though.
Yeah,
The important thing
I'll
is he
draw a
was
line.
there. He was there for moral support the entire time.
There's always one more moment that I also will never forget, and he also wanted to get all the achievements for his platinum trophy on NBA 2K. Who knows what? Do you remember 2K12,
Yeah, 2K. We were trying
2K13?
to do 2K12.
And so I forget
It
2K12,
was
and I can't
impossible.
remember what
I
team he
couldn't
was playing as.
I
I
couldn't
think
play online. I
he was
couldn't
playing
even
as
get
like the
all the
Heat,
trophies.
He was playing as some really good team, and I think I was playing with the Phoenix Suns. And I just remember the
They're
game
good
was
now.
really tight, and I took well, yeah, absolutely. I took a fadeaway three with Michael Redd, who was like 36 at the time, and cashed this three to win in the last second, and
Michael,
Flynn
I
lost
haven't.
his mind.
I have
It
not.
was it was
Oh, I remember that game now. I think a
yeah,
trophy
a
popped.
corner three last
I
second.
think a trophy popped
Yeah,
on my
we got
account, and it was like buzzer beater, crush someone's soul.
yep.
I forgot all about
It was
that,
an
man.
accidental trophy. It was a secret one. Yeah.
I forgot all about that, dude.
I think his dad was watching too.
That
It was
was,
just straight disrespect.
dude. That was deep pocket three Drano from Michael Redd.
Oh yeah.
He just heaved it to the
He
short
had like
corner because that's everybody was shooting
he
short
had like
corners three.
54 points that game.
You there when I dropped 80 some? Did I tell you about the time I was in online or it was some multiplayer mode? This is NBA Live. I can't even remember the year, but it
Oh
must
08 with Larry
yeah, it
Hughes.
must have been '07. I scored
It
like
was
80
me.
points with Larry,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you
that's
beat me with yeah. I remember that.
from that day forward. I was like Larry Hughes wasn't that bad, even though.
Neither
Yeah.
was Damon Jones. But anyways,
All right, we're getting too into the inside jokes. Um, with 42 minutes already passed, I think that's a pretty good length for a podcast. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit more content if you guys want to watch it. I know if you have listened this long, much respect and thank you for the view
yeah.
time. Pop this thing on in your car. I don't know. No one's gonna hear it this late in the video. I had no idea we were gonna go this long.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, if you want to find more content from my gaming career, I'm gonna have some links below in the description. You're also on my YouTube channel, which has links to my Twitch. I have lots of highlights over there as well as clips. If you're willing to spend a few clicks getting over there to find those. Zach also has some clips that were part of a playlist. I know I've seen him. He's played them for me, but he can't
Yeah,
find them.
they're somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't really have much
So
of a uh,
he doesn't have.
archived gaming career, and with work full time and my fiance, which is exactly where the money will be going to, my future wedding in the June 3rd, 2022.
We need the
Um,
dude. Final sellout, dude. Frontier. We need the money so we can put
exactly,
on
exactly.
a great wedding.
For love.
Exactly. So we can put. Even though she's stealing my gaming duo, she doesn't play games as much as I do, so he has to come crawling back every now and then to get his fix in.
Exactly. And 21 hours would be a fantastic excuse.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was gonna say. Well, I mean, girlfriends.
What is she gonna do? Say no?
Girlfriends can get a little upset if you're playing games for not money, but if you're getting paid for it,
Exactly.
everybody understands when you're getting paid. So
But I could
we gotta
always
hook that
just
up.
call her on the phone and be like, uh huh, yeah, uh huh,
I'm so sorry.
uh huh,
I
yeah,
should have
and then
spent
we can
time
go on
with
an
you on your
entertaining one.
birthday. I should have spent more time with you. I'm sorry. You're right.
Frontier, if you want us to do it on her birthday, we can do that too. That way you get the entertainment of a phone call.
Dude, we'll
April
record that.
18th.
Dude, we gotta get some cameras over at Zach's place. If that does in fact happen, we gotta chronicle this one. We gotta get the receipts. So yeah. If Zach ever does find any gaming content that he wants to share with you, I'm sure I will be able to hook you up with it, though. This is an awesome opportunity. It's been a lot of fun recording this. I think we're going to be one take heroes because I really like how this turned out, no
Yeah,
matter
it
what.
was fantastic. It was very natural.
I hope so. Everybody's gonna be like, these guys, they're just not normal.
Do they do this for a living?
What's why do they think they're so great? I played COD 4. You're not special. Anyways, I'm rambling on. Like I said, you can find more stuff in the description. You can find more stuff on my channel if you are interested. Thank you so much for watching and listening this long. Until next time, if there is a next time, this is Daccat TV signing out. Zach, you want to say anything?
I'm Zach, aka Thunderhorse. Thank you for the opportunity. Hopefully, we'll hear from you guys soon.
Thanks so much, everybody, for listening. I am going to make this public, so yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much to our reviewer. If you listen this long, thanks so much to the public. Yeah, that's it from us. We'll see you on the interwebs. Peace.
Toodles.